Hello guys, it's Finance Eddie, and today we're going to talk about Gamestop, AMC, and Wallstreetbets. Stay for this one, I promise you, this is a juicy one. So let's get right into it. As always, not financial advice, do your own research before investing in stocks, and let's get on with the news. So, what is going on today in the finance news? It's absolutely insane. Let me turn this around and show you the charts. If we look here at GameStop, we see an exponential rise here in the price. So if we go down here at the beginning of January, all the way to the beginning of January, you can see here that the stock was trading for like $20-ish, $19, $20. Now, if I drag this along, we see here that since then, the stock is up 1,700%. That means you would have multiplied your money by 17 times if you'd invested in GameStop. Now, what on earth is happening here? The company has a market cap of about $24-ish billion. And if we look here at two other companies real quick, let me find my mouse. Okay, there it is. If we go here to AMC, we see again the same thing. The stock was trading for like $2.50. Now it's up to 20. That's almost a 10x times return. We look at Bed Bath & Beyond. You guys should know this company too. So we started at like $20 and now it's also doubled. So what do these companies have in common? Well, on the surface, absolutely nothing. GameStop, they just sell video games. They sell like video games on a disc. Apparently they offer some kind of subscription service to like digital games now. And apparently you can buy games digitally. Whatever, they're a video game reseller. If you go to AMC, what are they? Well, they own a bunch of cinemas. Both in the entertainment industry, maybe you could make some comparisons. Then let's go to Bed Bath & Beyond. What do they sell? They sell products that you would use in the bathroom. So like bubble baths or like moisturizers or stuff like that. These companies have nothing to do with each other. All you have to know is that there's this magical site called Wallstreetbets where people take insane bets in the stock market, expect huge returns, very often lose pretty much everything. Once in a while, they hit it big. So what is going on here with Wallstreetbets? And they have pretty much declared war on the hedge funds and the big money. So how the heck have they done that? And how the heck have they been 1,700% successful? Let me explain it to you. We need to go into what is a short squeeze. So let me bring up paint here. All right, guys, so here we have two people, and I'm just going to point at them so that it's more easy for you to follow along. This guy represents the average person, the people from Wallstreetbets, which are not average people, but just roll with me on this one. This guy with this little gold Rolex represents the big money, the hedge funds, the institutional investors, the people who own pension funds. These are the guys that have like hundreds of millions, tens of millions, usually billions under their control. So these guys are used to being able to move the market. So what happens when the little guy who can buy, I don't know, a couple of shares, when you have thousands of these banding together, they are just as powerful as this guy, right? If each guy has like a couple $100 at most to put into the market, well, you multiply that by like 1,000, by like, I don't know, 10,000, that's a lot of money. You start to rival these guys. So why does this guy look shocked? Well, this guy, what he did a couple months ago is he put a bet that GameStop was going to go down, that the stock price was going to go down. This guy was betting on the downfall of society. Bad. Just kidding. Sometimes shorting is a good idea if you really know that the fundamentals of the company are bad. Anyway, that's besides the point. This guy placed a bet that the price of GameStop was going down. In fact, GameStop was one of the companies with the biggest bets against them in all of the stock market. I don't know, let's say at the end of last year, something like that. These guys came in and they said, hey, wait a minute. GameStop actually has a lot going for it. They've signed a deal with Microsoft. Their digital sales are picking up. They're actually starting to get some wind behind their back. Company is starting to do well. There's a huge bet against it. We reckon that if we can force these guys to sell at a loss, that the stock is going to balloon. Because imagine this. These guys think the company is worth buying at like $300 and it's currently $100. These guys think the company is going to go down to like $5. Now, what happens when the price goes up? They start to lose money. If they're betting on it going down and the price goes up, they start to lose money. That's all you have to understand here. And the more that these guys raise the price, the more money these guys start to lose. That's what's called a short squeeze. When these guys are pumping up the price, these guys' short positions start to become loss-making and they're forced to sell or they're going to lose more money. That's what a short squeeze is. This guy is forced to sell his short or his bet on the price of the stock going down at a loss, right? Because if he holds it any longer, he's going to lose more and more money until he literally goes bankrupt. So it's in his best interest to sell at a loss. Now, what does that mean? That means the bet against the stock goes smaller, right? So you have less people betting on the price of the stock falling. So all of a sudden, the price of the stock is going to have to go up. Why? Because this guy, because of how these bets are structured, this guy or somebody on his end actually has to go ahead and buy the stocks at the higher price, which means he's losing money, right? Because he wanted to sell it at the lower price. So you have all these guys banding together and they're making these guys lose money. So they're getting upset, and that's why you have such a big media buzz. Now, let's go into a bit how the heck you can get that many people together to take on the hedge funds and the billionaires and whoever else. Now, I've lost my mouse for a second. Let's see. We found it. We're going down. And let me remind you of a company, you may have heard about it, called Tesla. Well, guess who had a giant short position, one of the biggest in the world, against them a couple of years ago? Tesla. And if we go down here and we bring this up, 1,700% up. If we go to Gamestop, do you remember how much these guys gained? Let me tell you, 1,700-ish as well. So as you can see here, this is a formula that's already been tried and confirmed to work, right? Because all the Tesla's price rise is because every time the short sellers are getting together, the people just kept driving up the price, which means they were forced to sell, right? If your price goes up like 1,000%, these guys are going to be at such a loss if they bet on the company going down that they have to sell. So Tesla, we should know by now that this stock has been going ballistic. And this formula proves that the short squeeze is working and that the little guys are able to short squeeze the big guys and make mad amounts of money. So that's exactly the same thing that's happening to AMC and for Bed Bath & Beyond on a lower scale. So let me just round out this video. If you go to Wallstreetbets, there are 4.4 million people following this, and who knows how many just reading it and not following it. You have Elon Musk tweeting about it, and this getting like thousands, hundreds of thousands of likes. God knows how many people viewing, probably again another couple million people viewing this tweet. And that's how they end up losing all kinds of money. Let me show you just how much, okay? Let me show you just how much. Here, 5 billion, right, in losses, 6 billion losses, down 91 billion in January. 1.6 billion in just one day, right? I don't even know which one of these is correct, but the point is these guys are losing billions on a stock that's only worth 25 billion. So this hurts them badly. Now, if we go back then into what I think you guys should do, let me turn this around. Now, we all like to make money. That's a given. Do I think it's wise to invest in this? No, it's definitely not a prudential financial choice to make, right? But if you really do believe that the little guys have power and that they're dedicated and that they're going to keep pumping the price up, then you can put in like a really tiny bet in it. But please, please, please remember, this is so speculative. This is so volatile that any money you put in, you should pretty much consider it just being lost. Okay? So, as always, do your own research. This is funny. This is probably not something that's worth investing in. And let me just make sure you guys aren't making any big mistakes or like putting in your life savings or something like that. Let me tell you the other companies which are being shorted in the same way by people on Wallstreetbets. Let me just turn you around again. So just watch out if you're buying any of these companies here: AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, Express, iRobot, Cost Corporation, Nokia, Tootsie Roll Industries, Virgin Galactic, Build-A-Bear Workshop, Naked Brand Group, Eastman Kodak Company, Genius Breads, or Palantir. These are all being short squeezed by the guys from Reddit, from Robinhood, from Wallstreetbets, by the little guys, okay? Just be careful if you have investments here. Just, bear this in mind and make your own choices on what you're going to do with that information. And as always, guys, take care. Smash the like button. It really helps me out. Share the video if you want to anyone who you want to talk about this with, right? Maybe you have friends who are interested in this. Share it with them. They're going to appreciate it. And as always, guys, take care. Be smart. See you in the next one. Bye.